Latoria greets you. Thinking that this is funny, do you? This one does not think so. Latoria is wallowing, so leave her be. Latoria tries and she tries, but she cannot grasp the magic in the way that the college teaches. So Latoria leaves the college to seek knowledge on her own. But the sources of ancient magic in Skyrim are in dangerous places. For Latoria to learn, she must commune with these ancient sources, rather than reading about them in books. But as Latoria says, the places, they are dangerous, and she fears no good would come on her own, and so she wallows. Ancient Nordic tombs, ruins of the Dwemer, the lost places of the Falmer, all offer sources of ancient magic yet to be discovered. You know of a way Latoria can safely commune with the ancient magics? Without Latoria coming to harm? What way is this? The skill, you are making it? Oh, Latoria would be so very happy to join and help if she could safely study the secrets of these ruins. Most exciting she thinks this would be. Thank you, Guild Master. Latoria will not let you down.
Yes, sirrah. Lost. Marge, I don't really know anyone at the college. I guess everyone just assumed this should come in handy. Here. Let me show you a few tricks I've learned about buttering up royalty. Until next time. Azura's wisdom to you, friend.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking. Of course. All right then.
you?
Kraldar's family was once very powerful in Winterhold. It's my honor to assist him even now. Of course.
Farewell. Winterhold may not look impressive, but it has a very rich history. Goodness, no. They're simply scholars. They mean no one harm. I've had several conversations with Archmage Aaron over the years. Oh, he's perfectly polite, if a bit guarded. I'm afraid the Winterhold you see before you is somewhat underwhelming. I can assure you, though, that it was quite something in its prime. An early capital of Skyrim, you know. Sadly, the Oblivion Crisis took its toll on Winterhold, in more ways than one. Then, the Great Collapse swallowed most of our beloved city. You may have noticed the college, just to the north there. Very prestigious place. Mages from all over Tamriel traveled here to seek knowledge. After the Oblivion Crisis was over, many felt that magic users were to blame. Elves, to be specific. It created a great deal of tension. A good many dark elves were driven from the city, and people became uncomfortable with the presence of the college. Just about 80 years ago, there was a terrible disaster. The cliffs overlooking the Sea of Ghosts collapsed, taking most of Winterhold with them. In the middle of it all, the college was practically untouched. Many of the survivors were suspicious. Some believed the mages were behind the whole thing, and others felt they could have at least prevented it. Archmage Aaron assures me that his people had nothing to do with it, and I believe him. But Winterhold never recovered. Mm-hmm.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The Flame Atronach is a vital companion for anyone relying on conjuration. Summoning one here would certainly show your skill. I look forward to it. Much knowledge lies within the college's walls. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. No? Very well. It's your choice. It's been a pleasure.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by. So you wish to master the arcane arts? All right, then.
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. No matter what, college will be. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments. Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards. Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do? Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
Oh, don't listen to her. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's what this lesson is for. Perfect time to try it out. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and... Spit up. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching you, all of you, very closely. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice. Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusting. Now that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, we seek only to help Skyrim, to guide its people through this time of transition, to help lead them to a better future.
I care little for idle conversation, but perhaps you need help with conjuration magic. If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please let me know. If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming their town. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college. Not within society, no. Many who practice within the School of Conjuration do so on their own, secretly. Thalion is the only one I know who is public about what he does. He was once my teacher here, but left the college years ago. I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here. Necromancy, as any other type of magic, is a tool to be used. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it. He didn't like the Archmage, hated dealing with him, hated having to answer to him. Thalion said he hated what this place was becoming, so he just left. Arin found a note on his desk, and that was it. I understand he settled down in Hjalmarch, and his presence there caused something of a problem. Yes, thank you and all that. I'll teach you some of what I know, but be careful. Now, if you'll excuse me. There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact. Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful. As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study. Wrote more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us. Ah, my thanks. Malakath, watch over you. I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
Thank you. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Need something? Thank you. Good day.
Mining is hard work, but we pay a fair price for any ore you dig up.
I wonder how many poor souls have lost their lives working these tunnels.
Be careful where you step in the mine. Don't want to cover up some valuable ore or gems or something.
care about.
Huh? Thank you. Here, this is for you. Good day. Make it... Well, I do suppose thanks are in order. So, my thanks. All right, then.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't see many strangers out here. Come to get your hands dirty on a real farm? Honest pay for honest work. God's blessings on you.
Need something?
on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out. Hey, that isn't yours.
Did you see my husband already? I'm sorry. He can come off a bit rough at times.
Until next time.
Never should have come here.
What was that? Good enough.
hello to you too, hun. Name's Darnette Lavin. My friends call me Darnie, but you can call me Dar. I'm a Merethic paleontologist, and I'm doing what I do. Dig for fossils. I'm a scientist, specialize in finding fossils. Some are pretty rare and impressive, and hold a nice price tag to the right buyer. And all of them tell a tale. I work for the Gwillem University in High Rock, and we're cataloging any fossils we can find from all over Tamriel. Well, hun, it gives us a better understanding of where we're going, and where we've been. Gives us some clues about our origins. And also shows where certain creatures originated from. Say someone claims that giant terror birds originated in elsewhere, for example. I go and dig around in Valenwood and find some much bigger, much older fossils of terror birds than the ones they found in elsewhere. Means they were wrong, and I get some notoriety. People pay me to dig around in another place, and the cycle continues. Well, maybe not to the casual onlooker, but there's a whole academic community who get absolutely giddy over it. Yeah, you can tend to find them anytime you are digging around in the right place. Dig in the right place and any fool can find them. The art is in bringing them out in one piece. Nice to see someone other than my colleagues taking an interest. It's pretty tedious work sometimes, especially with the bigger, more complete finds. You can get some fossils around ore or gem deposits. But the best place is at the fossil beds around this area. They're pretty damned productive. Plus, I've returned a couple weeks later to the same place and managed to find new things I missed the first time. The larger specimens are very rare and nearly impossible to come across sometimes, but if you really are interested, I might be able to help. If you put 5 common fossils in my fossil crate, you can get one of a more impressive quality. Collect up a few of those and stash 5 for an even better piece, and so on. I usually grade fossils in 4 major rarity groups. Most of the first couple of tiers of stuff are simple enough to come by, so long as you don't muck it up. The third is pretty rare, and the fourth are those ones damn near impossible to find. Save for once in a while, but the hunt goes on, as they say. Research, dearie. Finding one means you know something existed, but if you find more, you begin to understand them better. And that takes lots of fossils and lots of work. Great. Now, I want to be done for the day and have an ale. Yes?